I believe in the diversity issues that are being talked about a
Yeah,
lot.
very important.
People of color and women, older women, I would advise all of us to not only act, if you want to be an actor, but to write and direct and create your own stuff.
Yeah. Kamaron Leach here with Bruce and Christine. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are
Excellent.
you?
Good. Thank you for asking. Now, at the core, we have a love story here. What is it about love that kind of, I guess, drew you guys to this script, you know?
To me, it wasn't so much the love story. It was the how these two young people were dealing with their bipolar disorder, and how this film actually treats mental illness, which I think is so refreshing and so important that it tries to. What's the word I've been using all day?
Right.
Not demonize
Got you.
people with bipolar disorder. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the idea of calling it a love story, too, because there's a lot of love here.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Griffin loves his son.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't fall into the
right.
cliche of whatever it is. We played parents that really cared. And the kids love each other, and I feel like they love their parents too. It's a very, there's a lot of sadness because of that.
Yeah.
You know, the disease kind of keeps the love from connecting,
Yeah.
but it's there, and I thought that was an important part of the film.
And I'm very glad that someone is actually touching on mental health, because it seems to be like a big problem in the community that's kind of like swept under the rug. And I have a
Yes.
younger cousin who has autism as well, so
Right.
I think this is definitely something that needs to be talked about. What is it about this movie that I think you guys think is very important about mental health?
Well, that's it. I mean, that people who have a mental illness should not have to go and hide in a corner for their whole lives. That they should not be ashamed. This is a disease, just like you break your leg. I mean, it's much more complicated and more challenging, obviously. But it should be able, there's no stigma. That was the word I was looking for. This film destigmatizes mental illness.
Which is needed.
Really needed, yeah.
And one of the reasons it's legitimate is because the director is bipolar, you know, and he's writing his story.
Yeah.
So it's not a patronizing thing of someone who, you know, reads about it or researches it. He's lived it, and the story what you see is really an experience that he believes is legitimate.
And one question I ask any celebrity that has any level of success: what is your advice for anyone that wants to be where you are today?
You got an hour and a half?
You know what? What my great uncle Ben, he should rest in peace, said. Hard work. He said, I went to the school of hard knocks, but, you know, hard work.
Yeah.
It took me a long time. I was a very slow learner. You know, I was talented, if I could say. I think everybody's talented in their own way. People would tell me I was a good actor. I had no sense that one day it worked and the next day it didn't. I thought, you can't be an artist if you feel this way. So I studied for a long time. I worked at it a long time.
And I would say, because I'm part of the diversity, I believe in the diversity issues that are being talked about a lot.
Very important.
People of color and women, older women, I would advise all of us to not only act, if you want to be an actor, but to write and direct and create your own stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
Because
Which
otherwise,
Christine is doing now.
Yeah.
That's
She's
what I'm
working
doing
on
now.
a one-person thing now.
Yeah, I'm tired of being dependent on other white men to hire me.
Listen, I get it.
So I'm just creating my own stuff, and you know, I hope to produce more and direct more, and you know, it's just a no-brainer, because we're not going to change the system in our lifetime. Hopefully, in the next generation, there'll be much more diversity, and the pool of films where diverse actors and women can be, you know, really exploit their talents will be much bigger.
I understand. Thank you guys so much
Yeah.
for your time. Fist
Thanks,
bumps.
Cameron. All right. Really
you.
nice. Good
Guys,
luck
have a
with
good
your
day.
career.